I have to explain first what we're doing here. It's a bit unusual. You might ask yourselves, what is he doing here? And I was asking myself the same question. Well, yesterday or recently I got a phone call. My name is Mr. Schumacher. I'm actually a journalist, politics. I'm quite skeptical when it comes to SUVs. And BMW asked me, can you imagine doing an interview with Mr. Krüger during the IAA trade show? And I said, well, I'm not an automotive journalist. I know how to do an interview, but I'm not really an expert. And BMW told me this is precisely what we want. And consequently, I've said, well, I'm not a petrol head, to be honest. For me, it's a bit strange to do something like that. But BMW told me this is precisely what we want. And then I've said, well, I'm not reading prepared questions. I'm not willing to do that. And BMW told me this is precisely what we want. Mr. Krüger, yes, that's right. We don't know each other. We just started to chat during breakfast. We saw each other for the first time during breakfast. That's right. That's right. But we want to go for a run together very soon. This is what we have negotiated. And BMW told me I can ask whatever I want, no matter how silly or critical the question is. And consequently, I'm starting with a critical question, Mr. Krüger. Mr. Krüger, your first IAA, can you remember that one? Well, yes. It was in 1987, and I was still a student. I was studying mechanical engineering in Braunschweig, and of course we couldn't get any journalist tickets as students. And BMW at the time was showing a 12-cylinder engine during the trade show, and this was really a remarkable car at the time. But we saw a lot of other cars. There were many, many cars. And did you go to the trade show by car? Did you travel from Braunschweig by car? No, I took the train. Okay. And did you own a car at the time? Well, later on I owned a car, yes. Not at the start. I couldn't afford a car at the start. And what kind of car was your first car? An Opel Kadett.
Wow.
Wow.
Farbe?
Color? A red one.
Okay.
Okay. Was it lowered down? Was it a low version? No, not at the time. It was a quite sober car, standard car. Okay, 87, IAA. I mean, it was a celebration in 87 of the car, and now you are the CEO of a group, of an industry that is not treated very well at the moment. You have all those nasty diesel cars. The cars are not as electrified as they should be. Does it feel different today? Well, we're living in different times. The automotive industry is facing many, many challenges, and not everything is easy. But I'd say that we need to regain trust of the customers. But I can speak on behalf of the BMW Group. BMW Group and Rolls-Royce and Mini, well, we have never manipulated the cars. Our cars are clean, and they are the best ones in the world. There is no cheating device at the BMW Group, and this speaks for us, speaks in favor of us. Of course, you have to say that. But I recently read in a German magazine that you're part of a cartel. The German automotive manufacturers, they all work together. Well, you need to separate a couple of things, diesel and cartel. And when it comes to diesel, I am stating here that we have never manipulated cartel. This is something that surprised us. But until today, there was nothing official as far as we know, no official investigation. But of course, we are taking this serious, and I have launched a working group, and we are analyzing this internally. But this goes back to the 90s, and it will still take some time. But I would like to add, talks amongst automotive manufacturers are nothing unusual. It's sometimes in the interests of customers. Just think of the plug for electrified cars. If every manufacturer had a different plug, and you could only charge your car at one socket and not at the other, then this is not in the interest of the customers. Consequently, talks about standardization are in the interest of the customer. Okay, until now, as the only automotive manufacturer, you never got an official visit of the German authorities. Yes, I think we are consequently looking at all those topics, and I can state that there is no official analysis of an EU Commission or German authorities, but you have 18 lawyers in your company, don't you? Well, of course, we are talking to external law experts. We need to scan a lot of documents, a lot of things, and it will take some time. And of course, we got external support in order to face all those tasks. But such a cartel is quite practical. You can talk about price, you can share regions, and well, do the shareholders accept that? Well, as I've said earlier on, there are standardizations that make sense, but when it comes to BMW, I can clearly state that we have never manipulated any car, and this is completely different to the European Union analysis to this. But do you sometimes choose the wrong horse? I mean, always the diesel. I'm living in Berlin-Schöneberg, and in the past, two of your cadets passed this street. The cars were not that large at the time, but if now you would face 3-4 BMW SUVs would face each other in the Berlin streets, they wouldn't pass the street. It's too narrow. Isn't that a problem for the cities? Well, maybe you know the Mini by BMW. The Minis are quite smallish, and we are pioneering when it came to electrification. We had the first electrified Mini in 2008, but the big bosses in Berlin, they all want the chunky big cars. Well, there are also nice SUVs. They're even electrified. Just think of our X1 plug-in hybrid that is built in China. You can even drive an electrified car and electrified SUV, and this will be the future. The BMW until 2025 will launch 25 electrified models, 12 exclusively electrified cars, and there will also be a car for you, Mr. Schumacher. There will be a car for your friends. Well, I have to admit that you don't know that you might not be aware of the financial resources my friends have. Well, I will speak in favor of you. I'm driving a 24-year-old estate. Well, we need to change that, but my wife wants me to drive that car for 2 further years, but we will talk about that later. Let's talk about wives. Are you disappointed by Ms. Merkel? Do you feel left alone as a flagship industry, Germany? Do you feel left alone? Well, we need to continue our dialogue, automotive industry and politics. The first diesel summit was valuable, was important, even though there was criticism, but we are offering software updates for our cars. Our cars are 40% better than the German average. We are offering the software update, and it's a voluntary update. It's no must. It's a Euro 5 update. We are investing in the mobility funds, and the BMW Group offers to everybody who sells his Euro 3, 4 car a premium of 2,000 euros. And we're doing this on a European-wide level, not only in Germany, but on a European-wide level. This is quite unique. And if you think of the i3, and later on you will see another nice car, and I hope to convince you, Ms. Schumacher, then you will get a premium of 4,000 euros plus 2,000 euros. If 6,000 euros cannot convince your wife, then you might have a problem. Okay. Just tell me briefly, you have not really answered my question regarding Chancellor Merkel. Well, I will send her best wishes on Thursday. Well, is she the automotive chancellor, or is she not the automotive chancellor? I mean, Ms. Wisman put in all his effort. Maybe we should ask him. But Chancellor Merkel clearly said that she thinks that the diesel technology is a transfer technology. It is important, otherwise we will not reach our CO2 emission goals. Well, she was also in favor of nuclear power in the past. Well, but we are in a continuous dialogue, and we will find the best solutions, because we all have a common interest. Sustainable mobility is in our common interest, absolutely. But is it the game changer? Is this the game changer, or is it the software? I mean, in the Silicon Valley, they meet Tim Cook from Apple. An electric engine is no rocket science. I mean, an electric engine can be built all over the world, but in the future, the software might be decisive. Who is driving what car where? Well, there are two topics. For us, top priority is electromobility, because this is the huge transformation. And the second biggest challenge is digitalization. Digitalization, this is the interface to the customers, but autonomous driving is also a key challenge because this enables people to drive a car who might not even have a driving license. And customers can relax thanks to autonomous driving. This is part of the BMW Next strategy, but top priority is electromobility for us. And this is why the IAA show that will hopefully come, that will hopefully start, depending on how long we are chatting here. This is why, well, you will recognize that electromobility is a top priority for BMW. You've just said relaxing. I need to talk about something that is of the interest of many, many people. Many people are looking at Krüger, and Krüger was the one who fainted 2 years ago. I have deep respect. Something happened to you, and everybody in here is fearing something like that. Now you are proven. You've proved yourself, but I mean, this happened 2 years ago, and you don't have only friends here at the IAA. How are you coping? Well, I can say that I'm in good health. I'm fine. We managed to do brilliant things as a team, as BMW Group. This is what I want to show. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and I think that we will go forward. And you learn to do things differently. This is the lesson I've learned. Yes? Well, but I'd be interested in one thing. Mr. Musk, you know, the one of the small automotive company in the US. This Mr. Musk offered bonus miles to his customers should they get stuck in a hurricane and should they have no electricity. Would you like to be in Florida with an electrified car? I think that the BMW groups, they offer quite a range. But I would like to state something different. The BMW Group offered help in the US to the people suffering. We offered $1 million to the people suffering in the US, and we did that quickly. We offered this donation. Okay, good, Mr. Krüger. We will continue our chat whilst running. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Harald Krüger, CEO of the BMW Group. And now the show starts, the show you were waiting for now, the colorful part starts. Thank you, Mr. Krüger.
Ladies and gentlemen, and what a great day to go for a drive in the new BMW i3. It's quick, it's quiet, and it's got an elegant design, and of course, it's zero local emissions. Now, 4 years ago, here in Frankfurt, we launched the BMW i3, a pioneering car, way ahead of the game with its many groundbreaking technologies. And today, it is recognized the world over as a symbol of innovative, driving pleasure, sustainability, and intelligent connectivity in the urban environment. And that's why it has become the best-selling electric car in the premium compact segment worldwide. Now, the BMW i3 has now been further improved with sharper, more refined styling, and a new digital service, including with finding a parking space when you really need one. Now, for the very first time, I'm delighted to present the new model variant, the BMW i3S. The BMW i3S serves the needs of those customers who are looking for a fully electric vehicle, but a more dynamic drive, and maybe just a sharper look. And I think it looks fantastic. Now, both of these vehicles provide a premium all-electric driving experience, and that ladies and gentlemen, is how we see the future of urban mobility. Emission-free, hassle-free, and of course, connected. Now, the BMW i3 has played an important pioneering role within the BMW Group. Its eDrive technology is taking the group into the next era of mobility. We've transferred the technology to other core models right across the entire portfolio. And today, our customers have the choice of 9 electrified cars and 1 motorcycle. And to tell you more about Mini and Motorrad, I'd now like to hand over to Peter Schwarzenbach. Peter, the floor is yours.
Thanks. Thank you, Ian. Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our company is a pioneer in e-mobility. Already in 1972, it was an electric BMW that accompanied the Olympic marathon runners on their road through the city of Munich. And in 2008, the Mini E-test fleet began a new chapter in modern electromobility. Customers worldwide clocked up more than 16 million kilometers on electric power only. This formed the basis for developing the BMW i3, and now we really have come full circle. Since summer, Mini has offered the Countryman as a plug-in hybrid. Customer response has been tremendous. That doesn't surprise me. Mini has always been at home in the urban setting. The brand was really destined for electrification. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the Mini Electric concept, a preview of our first series production all-electric Mini. Many customers are eagerly awaiting its release in 2019. Typical Mini, this car combines sustainable mobility with maximum emotion. I am really looking forward to it. Also BMW Motorrad, our fourth brand, has a fast-growing fan base. Of course, we have had emission-free motorcycles for quite some time now, and we have seen a strong increase in demand for the C-Evolution since we improved its range of performance. In Paris, for example, you see it on the roads everywhere. Our concept link combines two fundamental needs of our modern society: mobility and communication. This scooter is fully integrated into the digital world. Drivers, surroundings, and even garments are connected. Digitalization and e-mobility are key technologies that everybody is talking about. Both of these are top priority for us. What this means for our development will now be explained by my colleague Klaus Fröhlich.
Meine sehr geehrten Damen und Herren,
Ladies and gentlemen,
bereits vor 10 Jahren
it has already been 10 years since we started out on the road to sustainable mobility. With efficient dynamics, we really began improving fuel economy to achieve more driving pleasure with lower emissions. And we created BMW i, our innovation hub and our think tank. And the BMW i3 and the i8 have shown what an electric future looks like already back in 2013. BMW i was and still is the original. And ever since 2015, with our flexible architectures, we have been able to build vehicles with a combustion engine or as plug-in hybrids. Because of this, we will sell more than 100,000 electrified vehicles this year alone, which makes us one of the world's largest supplier of electrified vehicles currently. But now we are igniting the second step of our strategy. At the moment, we are taking the necessary steps to enable us to build all model series with any type of drivetrain from 2020.
ob Verbrenner,
combustion engine, plug-in hybrid, or battery.
Dazu nutzen wir skalierbare
In development, we are using scalable electric construction modules. And with our fifth generation of batteries already, we will be able to achieve extensive range with clearly reduced weight. These batteries will be integrated in our two enhanced flexible vehicle architectures, which are then again suitable for all drive forms. In this way, we are completely flexible in how we respond to our customer needs. Whatever they want, wherever they want it, we can deliver. And we do not need to work on isolated solutions. Electromobility is the new normal for us. And this clearly sets us apart from the competition. I am certain we will successfully outperform established and new competitors also in the area of electromobility. You have just seen some of our new products today, the electric Mini, the new BMW i3 and the BMW i3S. Also, the electrified X3 and the BMW iNext have already been announced, but there's a lot more. Take a look yourself.
Here it is. This is the BMW i Vision Dynamics. It is fully electric and it accelerates from 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. It has a top speed of over 200 kilometers per hour and its range is 600 kilometers. All of this shows, once again, that sheer driving pleasure and e-mobility are the perfect fit. It shows that electromobility has reached the heart of our brand. Ladies and gentlemen, we are prepared to strike. The BMW i Vision Dynamics stands for more, for even more. It symbolizes our future of growth in electromobility. With the BMW i Vision, we are offering an outlook to our future. It is a 4-door Grand Coupe positioned between the i3 and the i8. Its design is modeled on the BMW Vision Next 100 from our centenary year. You can see it only takes us a few years, not 30, to turn visions into reality. I can promise you the BMW i Vision Dynamics will go into series production, and that belongs to our tradition. Think of the BMW Vision Efficient Dynamics. Within just a few years, it became the BMW i8. Today, the i8 is the most desirable plug-in hybrid sports car in the world. You see, we deliver on our promises. And I am confident to say that in e-mobility we will also be the leading provider of premium vehicles. And now back to Harald Krüger. Ladies and gentlemen, here you see our electrified fleet. We at the BMW Group have made the switch at an early stage 10 years ago, and now we are stepping up the pace. 25 electrified models in the year 2025. 12 of them fully electric. This is how versatile, how varied sustainable mobility can be at the BMW Group. I am fully committed to this. You are committed to that, and my colleagues of the board. But if you look precisely, you might notice that one member of the board is missing. Markus Duesmann, our purchasing director, is today attending his daughter's first day at school in Bavaria. This is also typical for the BMW culture. Ladies and gentlemen,
herzlichen Dank.
Thank you. Be our guests. We're looking forward to you. Join us on stage, and now you can take your photos on stage. Thank you. Thanks a lot.